Hello everybody, my name is Scatter. Welcome back to Divine Journey 2. So yesterday we made some good progress into blood magic, but today we're going to focus more on the evil craft side of chapter 15, or at least for the first bit. So we have this blood infuser here, and I filled it with blood. It only takes 10 buckets right now, which is exactly what we need to empower this Inori crystal block, empowered Inori crystal block. And then we get an iron promise acceptor, and the way that the promise acceptors work, I'm not entirely sure right now. However, we're going to learn. So, right, yes, okay, so tier 2 essences. Okay, so we do need to do some of this stuff over here. So this is... Okay. So requires at least the... Okay. I thought we would just be able to craft this because you use this. I guess we need the bowl of promises. So you need 5,000. Filled bowl of empty promises. Ah, this is what I missed. Okay, this needs the magicalis. Okay, so we need to make these in the alchemy table, which means we actually need to throw down the alchemy table somewhere, which we actually haven't done yet. So not sure where to put this. Like, I don't know if this thing can be automated. I guess for now I'll just put it over here with the other blood magic stuff. Sure, that works. And we're going to need our orb. So this is just an apprentice one, and we can throw that in there. And so we need to craft all of these essences for the quest. It's the tier 1 essences. So we can have a look here. So it looks like the crafting ingredients aren't too insane, but then we need some of this simple catalyst, right? And it looks like all of these do use simple catalysts, so we need at least 4 of those for right now. So it's just a bottle and basically these powders, okay? So it's those are the same. We had like a quest reward for them. Bronze blend we have some of here. We should have all of these things, not too bad. I'll just pull them all out here. Okay, so this shouldn't be too bad. The simple catalyst takes 25 LP to make. We should have like 25,000 in the system, so not too terribly worried about that. And just like that, we get 4 simple catalysts. And we can use each one of these to make all of this stuff. So I don't think any of these ingredients are going to be too difficult to make. Aerogel, we might need to go get some more, but I think I have a few left. Oh, I have 3. Well, I guess how many of this stuff do I actually need? Probably just the 1. Yeah, well, the 1 for now. What is this stuff actually used for, this essence stuff? Lots of stuff, it looks like. Acceleration rune. Yeah, I suppose a few things. Ghostwood sapling. Interesting. I wonder what that's going to be for. Well, anyway. Looks like maybe they just build on each other, but we'll worry about that later. And right now, I'll just try and get all the ingredients together for these 4 tier 1s. And on any other day, this inventory would look insanely cluttered, but right now, it's exactly what we need, and we're going to declutter it in what I assume is going to be a very satisfying way. So all of these need the simple catalyst. So there's kind of a theme to them, right? So this one is going to be the fire. The other thing we need to do is grab a bucket of lava and 2 buckets of water. So this is going to be for the fire one. There we go. This is going to be for the water one. And so lily pad, ink sac, dugonia. There we go. There's an air, a type 1. Cloudberry, glowstone, gas tier, feather. Okay, ether. And the kind of earth-based one. So there we go. And there's all 4 of our tier 1 essences. Now I assume these build up themselves to the tier 2 essence here. It requires at least the apprentice blood orb, which is the one that we have, which is cool. Right, so this one builds on ether. This one builds on incendium and so on, right? So I need to make all of these, but this is the one I think that is going to be the main one we need for this filled bowl of empty promises. But as long as, might as well do it for the quest book, because I don't want to go through these quests here and not grab them while I can. So these don't look too terribly hard either to come by. Yeah, all of this should be fine. We can just go ahead and make 1 of each, although I guess I'm going to have to make 2 of these because I need 2 of the promise balls, right? And you fill that bowl of promises. 2 of those make that. Yeah, so I'm going to need 2 of these, which means I'm going to need another incendium, which is fine. But yeah, everything other than that, arboreal essence. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, that's going to be rough. Oh, all of these I need to just craft. Or no, they spawn in the overworld. Maybe I'll go looking for natura trees. Man, if I had realized I would need these. Oh, man. Okay, well, I guess I'll do some exploring for that. But if I can't find them, then this is always here. But this does look like a very annoying craft as well. So I think it's going to be the exploring for me right now. Okay, we already do have some willows and some silver bells. But I will need some hop seeds and some tiger wood. Those I'm definitely missing. So they do both spawn in the overworld. I guess these spawn really far underground. What, really? It says the willows do too. Maybe that's where I got them from. I mean, builder might be the way to go there. Interesting, though. Very interesting. Well, I didn't want to have to do this. I didn't want to have to do any of this. But hopseed, I can't even tell if it spawns in the world. I saw some people saying it just doesn't. Maybe they're exaggerating and saying it's very rare. But I mean, if it's that rare, I probably don't want to anyway. I have set up my builder to dig out like just pretty much the very thin layer where JEI says that it spawns. But it's just not happening. So now I'm just going to say like, you know, let's just try and... I probably don't care about that. Let's just try and, you know, craft it. So the tiger wood was very easy to find in Twilight Forest. It was like right next to the portal, but this is impossible. So it's like, let's just, you know, once we have one, we can farm it. It's fine. And then, so to craft this, it's not too bad, except we need 2 wildwood saplings. Also don't spawn, and you can't even farm them, because according to this, it says, does not itself bear children. Now, maybe you can farm them. I don't know. Clearly, you're not meant to. So regardless, I want to make 2 just in case. Now, the wildwood saplings, I probably won't need for much else. I hope not. I mean, I can always make them in the future. The only annoying thing this needs... well, I mean, all this is actually kind of annoying, except for wild root, because it involves totemic rituals, but I have enough lying around. Antlers, I don't. And I just went and found and killed a bunch of deer, and I got 1 set of antlers, but I was smart enough to, or I had the foresight even, to throw one into a soul vial, so that if I got super unlucky, which it turns out that I did, I could spawn them in a powered spawner. Now, is that really worth it? Just for like an extra pair of antlers? I mean, what's the alternative? Just like running around and killing a bunch of deer? Like I killed like 8 of them. 8 with antlers, and I killed the ones without antlers just in case it was just a visual thing and didn't affect the drop table, but no antlers. Well, 1 pair of antlers. But I mean, in total, I probably killed like over a dozen. 1 pair of antlers. So, I mean, even if that's not a super low drop rate, you know, it's still pretty low, and the deer themselves are rare enough that I think this is just going to be more worth it in the long run. So as soon as this spawner comes through, I'm getting nervous that something has gone wrong with it. Nope, that's just still working. It probably just finished. Nope, it's just still working. Are you really going to take that long to make a spawner? I mean, I hear it. I see it. Well, I guess it is. Okay, I didn't realize it took quite that long, but okay. There we go. And then this in the spawner, in the anvil. We're going to spawn some deer. Now, deer do have a strange thing where, like, some of them have antlers and some of them don't. And I'm aware of, like, you know, the real world physical implications of that, but I don't know how it applies to Minecraft, because, you know, I don't know if the MBT is going to, like, is this going to spawn them with antlers? Is it going to be a 50-50? Looks like they do have antlers. So let's see. Did we get any antlers from that set of drops? Like, I'm just hoping at this point that, like, it's not the case that only some of them can ever spawn antlers, and, like, just because of the MBT weirdness, it's going to, like, make sure that I can never get antlers from these guys. Because it's not looking good, is it? Like, it's a rare drop, I think. But, like, when you look at them spawn, you can see that they have antlers. Okay, there are some. I'm worried about nothing. They're coming through. So that should be good. And we can go ahead and set this up to craft them. And just as soon as the other pair of antlers comes in. And there they are there. So I guess I'll just leave that running. Like I said, I'm not super concerned about antlers in general. You know, I don't think I'm going to need many more. But, you know, who knows in the future. For Wildwood Saplings. This is used to craft some other types of saplings from Natura. Not just the ones that I need right now. So maybe like amaranth I'm going to need in the future. Maybe eucalyptus. But for right now, the only one I need to craft is hop seed, which needs 2 HLP graphite, 2 empowered emeraldics, 2 of those. Emeradic. I was like, there's no way I don't have those auto crafting. I was just spelling them wrong. Okay, and it's just all those things in an abyssal craft ritual. And there we go. So this should be our 1 hop seed. We're going to make sure to farm it. It's always possible we're going to get insanely unlucky. But I don't really see that happening. I mean, I kind of do. It could go either way, I guess. But we'll just pray, I guess. So let's, I just want to, I could put these in the, you know, farming station, get a bunch of them. For right now, I only need 1 of each, so I will go ahead and just do it this way. Oh. Interesting. Okay. We got 1 sapling back. Oh my god. See, the worrying thing about getting 1 sapling back is it was only 1 away from getting 0 back. I don't like that. Okay, that looks like a more normal tree to me. Okay, we got 2 saplings back this time. That's enough for me. So, oh wait, no, we got many more that time. Okay, we got 7. Okay, yes, so that's 1 of each. And we need that for the pyre. Right, this is how we make the arboreal essence, right? So it's the 4 Natura things and then hardened blood drops. Well, just 1. So we'll head over to the pyre, which I put over here fruitlessly earlier. 1 of each. And there we go. So we're saving 1 of each. Silver bell I had earlier, so I'm not insanely worried about being able to get those again if I do run out. But I imagine I won't run out. Maybe I should have just used it, like just in case one of them is going to give me no, saplings back. Maybe it would have been smarter, but whatever. We have the arboreal essence now, and that should be all we need. So that, what we're mainly concerned with right now is this Orbis Terrae, right? Yes. Okay. Very cool. Another thing that we're going to need for these tier 2 essences are iron clumps and tin clumps, which, if you're familiar with the mechanism, are part of the ore tripling, quadrupling, or multiplying supply chain, right? So, or supply chain? Processing chain. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. So basically we need to inject the ore with some oxygen. Now, I don't know why flint is here. I don't know if you can just stick flint in here and get oxygen out of it. That would be very strange to me. Maybe you can. We'll see. But yeah, we need iron clumps and tin clumps. And so that is something we're going to have to make. So you just make it out of an enrichment chamber. I made sure to eject the upgrades out of it first. I'm not sure if you can actually, like, if it'll carry the upgrades over. I imagine it would actually, but I mean, it's fine. I'm going to take this builder out of here because we don't really need it anymore. And probably just put the purification chamber here, which seems good to me. And the thing I know we're making oxygen in like a couple different ways, you know, but to like bring it all the way over here. Wait, are we anymore? I don't think that's true because oxygen is not involved in this at all, right? Oh no, it is. So you're making oxygen and deuterium out of the heavy water. So we could just use that oxygen. That's true. Okay. Yes, maybe that's going to be the way to go. We do have the ME system over here already, even though we're not super good on channels here, but we can always improve on that a little bit. Yeah, so that should be fine, if not a little bit annoying to work with. So let's give that a shot. Yeah. Yeah, I feel good about this. So we are going to want a little bit of cable, which I think I had some in my backpack, but whatever. Throw that down there. Purification chamber there. And you got your oxygen, which is good. And then all you need... Well, you probably don't want to... Energy. Can I do gases? Oh, probably just it's like extra, right? Yeah, so you want to take an extra from the left. It looks like it's working anyway, but fine either way. Okay, so oxygen is good there. And then, so I guess if we want both, we want to be dumping excess deuterium as well. Oh, I guess I can't dump excess for both because then... yeah, okay, that's bad for lots of reasons, but... okay, well, okay, that's fine. Okay, yes, and you're gonna continue working. Okay, yeah, I guess I can't dump excess for both, and that does make sense. But I guess I'll just have to keep an eye on it and make sure the oxygen... For now, that's what I'm gonna have to do. I mean, really what I need is a separate electrolytic separator, right? So one can dump excess of this, one can dump excess of that. Or I could just let it run indefinitely and dump excess of both, but... not ideal, I don't think. So, let's just go ahead and craft up manually for now some tin and iron clumps, right? So, iron ore and tin ore, almost the two most abundant ores that I have, second only to coal. So this should not be an issue. And let's just throw in a stack of iron. Obviously, it's very slow, so let's throw in our upgrades. Okay, and one thing I noticed just while waiting for those is that one of the things that it takes is a gas upgrade and increases the efficiency of gas-using machinery. Okay, so I guess that would just use up less gas, which makes sense. Yeah, so we're already here. So you idle that and dump excess deuterium. How about that? So now you're just going to make as much oxygen, because this does need a fair amount of oxygen, it looks like. But we'll go ahead and make some tin clumps as well, because 24 is plenty for now. 24 of each, 27. That's going to be totally fine. And then once we need to really scale this up, this whole thing is going to have to be refactored. I mean, ideally, I'll just be using a different oxygen producing method, because I mean, this going from heavy water is completely awful because the heavy water is just so slow to produce, right? So that's really, really, really incredibly not ideal. But this is all for the strengthened catalyst. So each one takes 2 simple catalysts, the 2 clumps, and 2 basalts powders, and only 100 LP. So that's not bad at all. And I can just grab some of those from one of these machines. There we go. You're out of niter, aren't you? Yeah, niter. So I need to be pulverizing sandstone. I'd really like to not do that though, because that used up all my sand last time, and that's why I turned it off. But I'm gonna have to though, because obviously I need some of this stuff. It's tough. It's tough doing all this automation. I guess that's the whole point of the game though. Okay, so this amount of clumps should be good. I just need more simple catalysts. I guess 8 in total is what I'm gonna need. And those are not too bad to make, thankfully. Just some of this stuff, right? So I'll get to batch crafting some of that, and then see you with the new stuff. All right, again, it appears to be a very cluttered inventory, but that will soon stop being the case. So I made a whole stack of simple catalysts because it seemed like the right thing to do. And we'll just go ahead and make as many of these as we can. And then it'll just be some of those. And we got to get our thing. I just put this in here to recharge some of the LP. I forgot how to actually check your LP. Right-clicking and shift right-clicking this just kind of hurts me, which I assume sacrifices my life for LP. So I forget how to check, but that's okay. We don't super need to right now. So first thing I will make two, and just to make sure, 100% sure, even though I already am, just make sure that I have all the quests done except for this upcoming one. Basically, these seem to be color themed more than anything. So this one is like purple. Did I forget? Oh, the old essence. Right, the new catalyst. Oh, the Cyclops shards, right. Well, I didn't see them because they're not purple, but that is what it needs to make them. So, Magicalis, good. And then with the ether, both of these, 2 separate slots, and that, did I mess up here? Oh, that's not the green one. Oh, that's the earth one. I guess that makes sense, but the color matching thing got me a little bit fucked up. Okay. And then surely the blue one has to go with the blue stuff. Yeah, okay. So that one's a Crystallos. Okay. And then the only other thing is the ether, and this one is going to be Glod, Hardened Electrum Glass, Holy Stone, and Glowstone. So here are our tier 2 essences for blood magic, and like for the most part it seems like they just kind of craft into the higher tier essences, so I'm not sure exactly what they're going to be for right now, other than the one that we do know of, which is going to be used to make the Bowl of Promises. So we need 6 total crushed dark gems. Oh, it takes that. Oh, okay. All right, well that's fine. That's a pretty easy craft. I'm very excited to get all this stuff automated because it is very tedious, but for right now it seems like just manually crafting is going to be the way to go. So I need another 2 Aqua Salises. So I can go ahead and make those. But then, well, yeah, I guess that's pretty much it, right? All right, we should have all the crafting ingredients we need for this stuff now. So 2 bowls, and that's just with these. Bowl of Empty Promises. And then, so the quest is for the full Bowl of Promises. So we make the Bowl of Empty Promises, and then we can put this stuff around it to make the filled Bowl of Empty Promises. And then using the Blood Infuser, we can turn it into just a regular run-of-the-mill Bowl of Promises. And it looks like that's going to take a long time, so I'll jump ahead. And there are our 2 Bowls of Promises. Okay, absent assurances. You vaguely gesture at the possibility of you following up. That is pretty funny, and I like it. So, now we can finally continue on with blood magic a little bit. So, we turn the thing we made at the very beginning of this episode, the Iron Promise Acceptor, we can turn that into a Promise of Tenacity 1, most importantly in the Blood Infuser, where it unlocks new recipes. Now, I don't know if this thing has durability on it. I assume and hope not, because of how hard it was to make, but it does use up everything. Barely hanging on. So now we can make an Undead Sapling. Now, Undead Saplings are excellent because the Undead Sapling, and I don't know if this is going to be anywhere here. I guess probably not. But if you go look up Undead Log and uses, you can squeeze them for blood. So as soon as we get an Undead Sapling situation going, I'm not going to have to run around and kill mobs for this blood anymore. We can just keep this passively filled, which is amazing. So we can throw that in there. The blood tank presumably gets bigger, even though for some reason it's not showing me when I hover anymore. But, right, so we could move on in the progression, right, and make the Gold Promise Acceptor. How hard is that to make? Not Nah, but it is a lot of blood. This would be 8 rounds of going to kill enemies to fill it up. So I will go ahead and set up the passive blood generation via Undead Saplings first. And that's not too hard. It just needs 25,000 blood and then just a dead bush. Your regular run-of-the-mill dead bush. So let's go kill some mobs and then get this automation set up. Okay, that should be the last of the blood that we need. Hopefully the last kind of forever that we're going to get that way. So indeed, this does hold 40 buckets now. And we're going to use 25 of them to turn this dead bush into an undead sapling. Now, I don't know if these grow on regular dirt. I really hope that they do, or at least if they don't, that they grow on something easy to find and plant and keep around, because it would be annoying if it didn't. I guess we get 4 extra ones, so I don't mind trying this out, because if it does, you know, for some reason, if planting it on dirt just makes it instantly void or something, at least I have 4 extra ones. So let's give it a shot. And nope, it looks like it just grows normally. We get some undead leaves, and we get some undead now it... Are you serious? It doesn't... No, it must. No way, dude. Come on now. If I turn you on... Then let's just put 2 of these here. Okay. Are you going to work? Because this is about to really piss me off if they can't be planted because they don't replicate themselves. That is going to be so insanely awful. Okay, let's throw that in there. Okay, I see you trying to grow over there. Let's turn those off. I don't care about these anymore. I just want to see this grow. Okay, at least I still have 2 saplings. If there is a way to like grow these, then I'll find a way with these other 2, even if this way doesn't work. Okay, well it grew. It has yet to be chopped down by the farming station, but I did find some people in Discord saying you just can't farm the saplings, which leads me to ask, what is the entire point of this item if they can't be farmed? It's not going to be like a renewable way. It's not even that much of an easier way, considering how far out of the way you have to go to get the damn blood. It's not like the sapling. It's not like it produces more blood than it took to make it. It took fucking 25 buckets, and each undead log, that's going to give you like 100 millibuckets at best, and then the leaves are going to give you 50. So there's nowhere near, you don't anywhere near get the amount of blood back that you put in. So what is the actual point? I'm so frustrated by this. It's so insanely bad. Am I justified in feeling this way? I genuinely don't know anymore. And I guess maybe it doesn't even work in the farming station at all. Wow. Okay. Well, I guess I don't. I'm just floored. I'm floored by that. Well, okay. Maybe there's a better way to, different way to generate this blood, but I didn't see any. You can squeeze those out, which is not an option, really. Hardened blood shards. You can melt down for 100 millibuckets, which is fine. But then the thing with that is you get these from hardened blood, which you get from blood in the first place. So that's not it. That's not going to do it, right? There's just no way to reliably produce any of this as far as I can tell. Besides just killing enemies. I mean, maybe there's like some kind of mob crusher type thing in Evilcraft that like you can stick this in and on a mob farm. That would be fine. I would be totally okay with that. But as far as I know, it doesn't exist. It probably does exist, but I don't know about it, which is totally okay. I would just like to know about it so that... Wait. Sanguinary environmental accumulator? Now, my English knowledge is not that good, but this tells me that it collects blood. Not something that we can make yet, though. So maybe the automatic blood collecting is just something that's gated much later, which is a bit sad, but I guess I'll just look into it because it's looking like even if it did drop saplings, they don't quite work in the farming station anyway, so I'll just have to cut this one down. What a damn shame that is. Well, I'll look into if there's any better way to get blood than just killing enemies over and over. Like, I know you can craft another blood extractor and you can combine them to make the tank bigger, but like even then it's a chore. And like this dread crystal, like I mentioned before, is just such a pain to make. It's really, I don't know if it's worth it. I don't think it is, but what a waste making that sapling was. I mean, I guess it was for a quest, but I could have at least waited until later. Anyway, I'm not gonna... Frozen blood core? Undead log? Okay. Maybe this is something that I'm gonna want. Maybe it's something related. But then maybe that's just for upgrading the orb. Man, I'm just so frustrated about this. Okay, I will look into blood collecting methods and see if I can do anything right now. Otherwise, I will just fill this up and see what we can do. But for now, if you made it this far, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye.